Off the back of a massive shed, and this is a collective energy, so if you have been releasing physical things, be it objects, weights, friends, family members, if you've been releasing anything at a psychological level, energetic level, identity level, well, you are on this planet. And off the back of that shedding season, I have been getting so many questions and reach outs around a topic that my mind has been kind of pushing away from teaching or speaking about or around: dating, mating, and relating. Apparently, I'm a mating, dating, and relating magnet. So here we go. Whilst the topics are as wide or vast as intimacy, transparency, I really want to focus on balance, because that is the one that came up today. If you've worked with me, you know, often I tell you to lean into your primary energy when dating, mating, and relating. And that is because you are going to feel most confident, most authentic in that energy. Okay? So, we are not discussing here today biology or physiology, otherwise known as your assigned sex at birth. Nor are we discussing any variations to that. What we are going to be talking about is at a metaphysical and physical level, without referring to your sexual organs. Okay? So now that I've got that out of the way, we can talk about the energetics in mating, dating, and relating. How fun. And what is balance, really? Because when most people talk about balance, especially, and there's a lot of inverted commas here that you're not seeing because granted there's no video, but fill them please. In the new age collective, let's put it that way, there is a tendency to say, you must have heard it, you've got to balance your masculine and feminine energies. And the implication there, in most cases, I'm not going to say that everyone operates on those bases, but in most cases the implication is that there is a 50-50 balance to be attained when it comes to yin-yang energy, masculine, feminine, and that just isn't true. Okay, so we're operating at several levels here, and to just make it very clear, energetically, ethereally, beyond duality, and there's the clue, there is no masculine and feminine to balance. One just is energy, pure flow, pure energy, no duality, therefore no yin nor yang. And typically in session I call this the spinny thing. Just imagine a yin-yang symbol, the traditional yin-yang symbol, spinning so fast that there are no boundaries. There is no one contains the other. There's just no boundaries. Now, on this planet, embodied is a different matter. There is duality. there is, the very least, if you want to say it that way, the illusion or appearance of duality. I'm not going to ignore that notification. It is there for a reason, but I am going to focus. So, metaphysically, at an energetic body level, there will be a primary energy. And what that says to you is that it isn't 50-50. Although, naturally, one contains both. One is both masculine and feminine. But it isn't 50-50. And there is no drive, no rhyme, no reason to strive embodied for a 50-50 energy. Because ultimately, one is that non-duality. So that non-50-50. That completely energetic energy. Just easiness. Okay. However, in a physical body, there will be a primary energy, yin or yang, and this may or not match physiology and or biology. And now that we're clear on that, you will intuitively know which energy is your leading energy now, and others' leading energy, because you will be aware that someone, whether male or female, biologically, physically, will lead with one or the other. It just feels active, masculine, or passive, feminine, open, feminine, or penetrating, masculine. Okay? And so on those bases, if you're still finding it kind of tricky to figure out which energy is your primary energy, likely that is because there are distortions, and those distortions derive from conditioning. So there are a lot of people, irrespective of their body parts, who lead with a distorted energy, without clarity as to which energy is truly what comes naturally. And what this causes is frustration. It causes frustration. It can cause depression. It can cause unhappiness. And also what it can cause is a lack of balance in relating experiences. Because let's say you are a woman in a lady body, and it doesn't matter how you got to that body. Okay, we're not going there today. And you feel that you lead with masculine energy. You feel like you like to be in control. You feel like you want to, quote unquote, wear the pants. Yet you're not happy in your relating experiences, and you feel tired, and you feel frustrated, and you feel exasperated, and you feel unloved and unseen. Well, that may be because your primary energy is in fact a yin energy, which is an energy that is open and receives and is playful and not so active and not so decisive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can still use all your yang energy out there in the world, in your business, in your parenting, for sure. There's a balance to be reached there. Again, not a 50-50. Always connect with the balance of your own energetics, because you've embodied with those energetics for a reason. In fact, for a number of reasons, but primarily for your own expansion, evolution, whatever it is you want to label it. I, for example, have a balance that is more yin heavy. So more creative, more open, more receptive, less active. Does that mean I do not have yang energy? No, it doesn't. Does that mean that in relationship I never use my yang energy? No, it doesn't. And when I'm saying relationship here, relationship is very wide. Again, let's narrow to the mating, dating, and relating. I feel at my best within my connection, my relationship, my romantic experience when I am in my yin. And that is what is. I have been in relationships where I was leading primarily with my yang, be it because I felt that I couldn't trust the counterparts yang, so I could not trust them to lead the connection. And that is often a distortion, and that distortion derives from conditioning experiences. And it could be that one experience you're in, but as you know, energetics is complex, is fractal, it works across time, space, dimensions, and so it just calls into itself. Ultimately, you will notice that whilst you are in your primary energy, in a balance, again, and you can use your astrological chart, for example, to give you an idea of the balance for you. And again, this is just a guide. Ultimately, the functional goal is that you know this energetically through your body intuitively without needing to refer to any external tools. However, if you're here and you're confused and you don't know which energy it is that you primarily fall onto or lead with, I'd suggest just have a look at your astrological chart. It will give you a good indication of the balance of masculine and feminine within your energy, embodied, or in this incarnation, if you prefer. And you will have a sort of guide to work through your own energetics in this body, in this lifetime, right here, right now, on planet Earth. So for me, again, it's a primary yin energy. There's only a few percent. I feel I don't actually have that data in front of me, but I feel it's about a 4%, if I'm not incorrect, on my chart of yin energy higher than yang energy. Again, it's not 50-50. So in relating experiences of the romantic sort, romantic sexual sort, I show up most authentically if and when I am in yin energy. Now, does that mean that yang energy within me isn't expressed when in romantic sexual connection with someone? No, of course it is expressed. There will be times at which it's either necessary or I will have a drive to plan or lead within connection. Now, is that most of the time? No. And this is important when it comes to dating, because if you are a primary yin energy and you're dating someone who's also primarily yin, well, then you're going to have to use a lot of your yang energy in that experience. It's not going to feel comfortable. it's not a match. And I'm not saying here, oh, opposites attract. I'm not discussing any of those old sayings, although I realize that a lot of these cliches contain a lot of truth. That's not what we're focusing on today. What I am saying is that if you're at a dating stage in your experience, you will be wanting to pay attention to the energetics. Is this a person that is, if you're in the yin quote unquote camp, is this a person who takes action? Is this a person who plans? Is this a person who's driving the connection? And I'll pay attention, because I'm not saying is this person chasing, pursuing. I'm not saying that. Careful there, because a lot of advice out there is very, very heavily distorted. Somebody who is chasing something or someone will tire of the chase, or will conclude the chase, and that is it. So that's no indication of whether or not the dynamic is healthy and works. What you want to pay attention to is there a balance, a flow? And again, it's not a 50-50 thing. Okay, so if you are in the quote unquote yin camp and you're out there dating, what you need to pay attention to is, one, your own energy. Are you actually showing up authentically in your yin energy, meaning open, soft, and allowing? And is the person you're dating showing up in their masculine energy, not of chasing, not of pursuing, but of taking action, of leading this connection or relationship, rather, because the connection is the connection, relationship separate. We may add to this at some point. So I feel that for today we will leave it at that, because you've got more than enough material here to contemplate this and see how you can use this in your dating experiences. And if you're no longer dating, certainly in your mating and relating experiences, right, with your partners. And if you're not in a partnered relationship and nor dating, mating, or relating, you can still pay attention to these things when it comes to relating outside of the mating and dating, because there will be an energetic there, and there will still be a primary energy, which is your most authentic energy to lead with. Okay, so you can say that if you're connecting with friends and for whatever reason you seem to be using your masculine energy a lot more than your feminine energy, and you know that your primary energy is a yin energy, pay attention to that. Am I using my masculine energy because this other person is really in their feminine energy? Or am I attempting to compete? Or am I leading with this energy because there is an established energetic pathway in this connection, which means I'm leading with an energy that isn't my authentic energy? Okay, so I am sending you lots of love. If there's any questions, if there's anything that I can support you with, just get in touch. And I love you. Goodbye.